Hello and welcome to my very first ever sketchbook tour, or maybe it's more of a flip through. I actually don't know. There's a lot of things that I don't know about this video. I don't know if the lighting is okay. I don't know if everything else is okay. I'm just doing this for the sake of doing this. But let's just begin. For starters, this is the sketchbook I'll be touring or flipping through today, and it's a quite old sketchbook. It's my fourth sketchbook that I've managed to fill, and it's from, I don't know if you can see, but it's from this brand here called Note. And yeah, all these stickers and everything that's here was bought from AliExpress. Some of them I didn't buy, they just gave me as gifts. Sometimes the sellers there just give you stuff, and I love free stuff. So yeah, let's just start. So this is the very first page, and gracing my first page is my OC Eon. She's the earth goddess and I love her. She's beautiful, she's amazing. I love drawing her so much, and she's associated with all these red flowers, so you'll see me drawing her with red flowers a lot. And I started this sketchbook on 23rd November of 2022, and I finished it on the 20 July 2023. So I spent roughly 7-8 months, I don't know. And as you can see here, we have all colors written, and that's just a thing that I like doing with my sketchbooks. Instead of just putting like a list of goals or achievements or anything like that, I like giving my sketchbooks a name, and that name kind of sets up a theme for the sketchbook. And for this sketchbook, it was all colors because this sketchbook was a sketchbook that I filled after a long pause into traditional art, and I kind of wanted to reconnect with all my art supplies, learn how to color better, and all that jazz. And I think I kind of achieved my goal with this sketchbook. So I always do this is kind of like a welcome page that I do, and in this sketchbook I decided to draw all the art supplies that I ended up using on this sketchbook. And this post-it note here is covering up all information that in case of the sketchbook getting lost or something like that. So yeah, here we have the third page, which is actually the first page of the sketchbook, the page that I filled on the 23rd November. The thing that I do is that I usually skip both the first and second pages of my sketchbook because I'm scared. I don't want to damage them. I want them to look pretty. So I skip them, and I usually come back when I'm more prepared to fill them. Here is another drawing. I'm going to see Maya. This one is done with watercolors, but I did it in cardstock. I just wanted to see the difference. I was still learning how to use alcohol markers, and I just wanted to know the difference between the different papers, how the markers would act, and everything like that. And here I have a swatch page, which is just a bunch of swatches. This is a really bad set of watercolors that I used to own, and here's just some more markers. Here I have my receipt Erica done with water-based markers, and here we have nothing. I stopped doing this. In my more recent sketchbooks, I don't have a lot of pages that look like this, which is good. Each of these pages is like a lot of money because these sketchbooks sometimes aren't that cheap, so just keeping pages like this hurts my soul. Here's just some tests that I was doing. I ended up only doing one of them. I was testing line art materials because my fine liners proved to be very bad at interacting with alcohol markers, so I needed something else, and I decided to try color pencils, which don't usually interact with alcohol markers, and I ended up not testing the others. Here's just some doodle of a girl with blue hair. This is a guy that I drew and I thought, wow, he looks like my OC Theo. Let me just write Theo here. Now I don't think he looks like him. Here's some tests that I was doing. Again, I was testing line art materials, and here I was testing ballpoint pen and also swatched a bunch of washi tape. Here's some more tests. I think this was still done with a ballpoint pen, but here I think it was fine liners. And here is fine liners again, but a different brand, and these were terrible. They were just smudging and bleeding so much. And this is line art that is still drying because of what happened here. I was happily painting her, using my fine liners, and right in the middle of her face, the alcohol markers just smudged the fine liners. And I let this one dry for a while too, so I got really sad. I even put a little frowny face here because I was really sad about it. Here I was doing some tests with water-based markers and also watercolors. And this is the very first full spread of this sketchbook, and I'm very proud of this. This is a character from a game called Obani. This guy is called Levy, and I love drawing this guy so much. I love his colors, and I just decided to do a spread of him, and I think it looks really sweet. This is watercolor piece. This sketchbook is not meant for watercolors, and this watercolor set was not meant to be watercolors. Well, I think this was supposed to be dyed toothpaste or something. It was really bad. I think till okay, now it doesn't do as much, but like as soon as I finished this, I could just pass my finger and smudge everything because it dried like dried chalk. It was really bad. Here is an attempt of doing a Noah from Vanitas page, and it was a failed attempt. Really didn't like this one. Here's some water-based marker illustrations as well. This one is alcohol marker illustration. This character is called Langa. It's from an anime called Skate Infinity. Here I was just doing some hair studies with watercolors, and this is the second full spread I attempted on this sketchbook, and this one wasn't as successful as the first one. It was supposed to be Langa and Reki, both characters from the anime Skate Infinity, and yeah, I messed it up so much. I don't like this page. Some more watercolor studies. This is just a girl. Some more watercolor studies. I didn't like this page. These are just some poses I found on Pinterest, and here's when I decided to start kind of like a series thing where I would just draw characters with different hair colors. And here we have this lady with kind of cotton candy pink hair, this lady with this kind of mint blue, mint green hair, this guy with green hair, and this guy with orange hair. And she's not part of this series. This is just some random thing that I decided to do. The guy was actually the last one from the series. Here's just Bee and Puppycat page. I was watching Bee and Puppycat at the time, and I was like super obsessed, so I decided to do a page. It's like super simple but really pretty. I liked it. This is random stuff I did. Here's an attempt of doing a page of Mayosi Maya. I wanted the same amount of simplicity as in this page, but it didn't work. This one looks hideous. It looks terrible. This is something I did for my birthday. I was 22 at the time. This is just a guy with pink hair, just a girl with blue hair again. Here's some more swatches of more markers. I was still building up my collection of alcohol markers at the time, so I was always buying more markers. I decided to do some hand studies here, so all these pages are just hand studies. And we have the flower spread. This is actually a really nice and interesting part of the sketchbook because it marks the part of the sketchbook where I was kind of treating the sketchbook more as if I was okay, let me restart that. Like I was taking the sketchbook more seriously. I wasn't just doing tasks and getting the hang of it, because the first half of the sketchbook I was trying to get back into traditional art, but from here on out I was just a little bit more used to it and wasn't testing as much. So just two girls with flowers. Here's just this girl with a bunch of tulips, and here's Mayosi Maya with these blue flowers. She's associated with these flowers, so I like drawing her a lot with them. And this is the halfway spread. This is something that I started doing after seeing like people do with their sketchbooks. They kind of do a halfway spread, and I thought that was really cool, so I decided to try it. And this is Mayosi Momo. She's a traveling OC, and she has a cat called Mina and a plush rabbit thing called I forgot the name. It's Melon. It's Mina and Melon. Okay. And here are some swatches of more markers. This is an attempt of drawing Mayosi Lagan. She's the watercolors, and I didn't like this one. I love the colors. Everything is beautiful in terms of color, but the composition is just not there. Here I have Mayosi Tai, done with alcohol markers. Something that I never finished. Mayosi Maya, and this is the very first time I tried to actually do a background. Even though it's just a bunch of leaves, I'm really proud of this page. I kind of put a little bit more extra effort into it. This is something I didn't finish. Here are some layering studies I was doing, just layering two different markers and seeing what colors I would get. The only one I ended up liking is this one. I like this skin tone color a lot. I think this one is too red and this one is too yellow. Psyche page. This is kind of like a tradition now. Every sketchbook that I own now has to have a Psyche page, and yeah, it started here and I really like this one. Kyo. He's an ex VTuber from Nijisan. I really like his design, so I used to draw him a lot. I still draw him till this day. This is something that I messed up, so I covered it up with a post-it note because I didn't like it. Here we have Bill and Belfie spread, and these are two characters from the game of Amy. I was still learning how to do like water-based marker spreads at this time. I was still using black for line art, which is something that I don't do anymore because black kind of ruins the balance of the colors a lot. This is something that I do with all of my sketchbooks. It's kind of like improvement check thing. If you see it, all of my sketchbooks since like number 1 till the current one have a page where it's just this girl saying the only thing that I can do best is eat, something that I redraw over and over again. Here I have a Mammon page that I didn't like. I did this one when I was sick and I wasn't paying attention to a lot of things, so the only thing that I like is this small one. He looks so cute. Here is a spread I attempted to do when I was still sick, so I didn't like any of these. They look hideous. I don't even like looking at them. This is just some random page with my OCs. Here I have my OC Lust, Erica, Momo, and Kate. And here I have Maya. This is kind of like something that I've always wanted to attempt. There's this artist called Asia Landowska, I think, and they do like beautiful illustrations with this kind of gradient thing going on. And since long ago, I've always admired their works, and I was just trying to replicate that effect. I don't think it worked. Here I have some eyes that I drew. This is my OC Shen. I was drawing him, but then I got too scared to color him and make him not look as good as I wanted him to look. I don't know. I'm still afraid of drawing him till this day because in my head he's like this very handsome dude. And I don't want to draw him and not have him being as handsome as he is in my head. Here is just some random stuff I did on cardstock. Here I have Sukuna and Gojo from the anime Jujutsu Kaisen. And this is when I finally got my hands on a proper watercolor set. And these are the Kuretake Gansai Tambi, and I decided to swatch them in this kind of manner. And here I was just mixing some color for skins, and I'm glad I did this because I found out that mixing the dark colors with like the dark skin colors with the wrong blues will make this kind of effect, which alone is called granulation, and it's not good when you're painting skin. Here is just a watercolor thing with my OC Maya. As I mentioned, this is not proper paper for watercolor, but I bought this sketchbook with my money, so I can do whatever I want. Here is my OC Kate, also done with watercolors. Here I have my OC Ty. I kind of messed up with this. I messed up this drawing really badly, so I had to kind of correct a few things with this kind of post-it notes, and I decided to kind of make it more artistic looking, you know, to make it seem like it was on purpose when it wasn't. Here I have Langa, also done with watercolors, and this is just kind of like a page I wanted to fill, but I didn't have any ideas, so I just drew this girl and also a bunch of flowers. Here I have Princess Bubblegum, which is like my favorite character from Adventure Time. I don't care what you say about my girl, I think she's perfect, okay? And here I have some more drawings of my tie and also some swatches of colors, like the colors that I use. And I like how I swatched this to use in like future sketchbooks, you know, future illustrations of him. And these colors don't look the same on other sketchbooks, so kind of like this swatch was useless because I kind of have to find new colors that look like this in order to draw him in my newer sketchbooks. Here I have my OC Maya done with water-based markers, and here is just some studies of flowers. Here I was doing this in preparation for the first page. I already had an idea that I wanted flowers for the first page, so I was just studying what kind of flowers I wanted. Here I have my OC Kate done with water-based markers. Here I have my OC Ethan. I rarely draw this OC, but here he is with these kind of blue flowers. Here's water-based marker illustration of Ethan, and this is one of my favorite pages. This is Pink Diamond. I really like how overwhelmingly pink this page is. It looks really nice. Here I have Bob, or also known as Lapis Lazuli. And the thing is, I was on Pinterest searching for references to draw Lapis, but Pinterest kept giving me references for Pink Diamond, so I ended up just drawing her first, and the next day I actually drew Lapis Lazuli, and I really like this page. It looks sweet. Here are just some tasks with colored pencils. I like this. This one is really pretty. This is something that I started and never finished and never will for some reason. Here I have Vanitas from the anime case study of Vanitas. And here I have some pencil studies. Again, I think these were the last pencil studies I did. Like, pencil has always been my go-to art supply. It was my first art supply, and I think it's like the most natural thing for me. But I don't like using it. I really don't enjoy it. I like color. I don't want just drawing with pencil. And here is something that I was doing. I wanted to do something overwhelmingly blue in similar to the pink diamond one, but it didn't work. Here's just random stuff. It was like I was at the ending of the sketchbook, and I really didn't want to put any effort into coming up with all these page designs and stuff. And here we have Levi gracing the last page of the sketchbook, because here we have nothing. It was the end. There's nothing else. So yeah, this was my fourth sketchbook tour. It ended up being more of a tour than a flip through, to be honest, but I hope it wasn't too long. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it wasn't too messy, it wasn't all over the place, and I still have more sketchbooks, so if you guys like it, I can do more tours and show off more. So yeah, bye.